everyone, it's Nat here. Got a few odd jobs that I need to get finished today, so I thought I'd switch the camera on while I get about doing them. So you would have seen in my last video, or one of my last videos, that I was making the potucelopes, the origami envelopes. So I have a swap in one of my groups where we have to make 2 of these in a spring theme to send off to our partners. So I've made a start, as you can see, and I've done this yellow one. I still need to embellish it a little bit more. So it's got some lace on it, and I've just made a journaling card to slip in there as well. So I thought I'd show you how I did that. And I've got this pink one that I need to finish off. I've folded it. Now these were just your 6x6 paper pad pieces that I had. So I think they were the 6x6 paper pads, these, yeah. I shall finish off doing this one and then we'll embellish them, and I'll make their journaling card to slip inside that one as well. So first I'll just find my glue. I hope you're all doing well. I've just been down the shops for me and my son, getting our food and that, and the weather's not that crash hot, so it's a good time to get on with this in between the cleaning. So what I'm going to do is just stick these inside ones down a bit. Don't need a lot of glue to do that, just a bit along this top edge will do for that one. And then this one can just have a bit along there. And we'll just hold those in place. And then, like with this one, I've found some nice pink lace that will go with this one. I'm hoping it's going to be the right width, because I was really lucky that the yellow one I found was just a really good width. It hangs down the bottom a bit, but I like that effect. So I'm hoping this will be about the same, because it might be a bit thicker, but we'll see what it's like when we chop it. Now, I wouldn't mind getting that whole, not that you'll see it, but one of the whole flowers in there, so any offcuts I'll use on other things anyway, so there won't be any waste. Now we'll see how it's going to look if we do it like that. So it does hang down a fair bit, doesn't it, there? It's not too bad though. I'll just turn it upside down and see how it looks. Alright, what I might do is chop some of the top off. So let's just have a look. It is make it a bit shorter so it's a bit easier to play with. About there. So I'm thinking if we chop off about this much. Got all the windows open and the doors open, letting some air in. Every other day. It's been quite warm the last week, but then of course with that comes the hay fever, so you keep everything shut up. And today we've had a bit of rain overnight, so I thought I'll open everything up, let the fresh air in. And so far the hay fever's not too bad. Now I quite like that, and it still hangs off the edge a bit, but still covers nicely as well. So what I like to do with my lace is firstly use a glue stick, or else there's just too much glue and this stuff dries like glossy, so it shows through a bit. So I like to first put it down with a glue stick. Oh, I'm getting big blobs everywhere underneath the little things. Didn't bring my tissues over either. I'll just use this bit of paper. Just get this big blob out a bit, because we don't need that much. Spread it out with my paper while I've got it. Now we'll put that on. That's pretty good. Go press it down a little bit just till the glue stick grabs it. Doesn't matter if some bits aren't stuck, because what I do is go around the edges with my fabric glue. And that way the edges won't come undone. But what I might do is put just a little bit down here, like that. Just down there a bit. Get big blobs again. hopefully they'll dry off all right, but because we're closing that, you're not going to see a lot. Sometimes the blobs stay there and show through. I think you can see a little bit of one just there. It's a little bit blue. The rest dried all right in that one. Alright, so I'll grab my fabric glue. I like using this thin tipped applicator when I'm doing fabrics. I'll just go along the top a bit. Down the side like this. Get a fair bit there if I can, just in a line. That'll hold that down. And this side. You don't have to stick up there too much because that I'm going to stick this down afterwards anyway, so it's just doing these sides and the base mainly. The base isn't looking too bad, but I'll just run along like this just to make sure that it holds. That should do with that. Now we can stick this down. So I'll use my big glue for that because we need quite a blob on here to stick it through the lace. Just hold that for a minute. Find my little fabric scissors. Then we can just trim the lace. It's a glue string. It's still there, they're like cobwebs. So yes, I'm excited trying to clean up my house. I think I've found most of my craft desk, which is good because a fellow member of one of my Facebook groups is down from Queensland and just coming around on Wednesday to do some op shop shopping and hopefully some crafting with me. So I thought I'd better find some room for her to sit. That's looking pretty good. Bit high there, isn't it? But that's all right. We might even find some ribbon or something to put down there afterwards. So yes, I've left it unstuck, so things can go in there, although it'd be a bit hard to get them past the lace, but you can stick things in there and stick it on the page and put things behind as well. That's why I'm not going to bother decorating the backs of them. All right, now I think what I'll do is cut the other journaling card and then we'll get on to the decorating. So now what I did for the yellow one was I have all this cardstock, so I thought I'd better use some, and I think the pale pink will look really nice for that. So I got a pencil and just traced around the outline of one of the envelopes. Very roughly. Try not to move it like I just did. That's all right. Got the lace there, so I have to be wary of that. And of course we want it smaller than the size of the envelope, so you just cut it out inside of the lines a bit and then just keep cutting enough off so it slips easily into your envelope and it's the size that you want it to be. Not too good at cutting straight, so that's how I did mine. Now it probably won't fit, but that's all right because we can keep adjusting it. Oh, it does fit. Only just, I'm going to take just a tiny bit more off. Like that. Now the bottom was alright. These sides are a bit off, I think, so I'll just cut this one a little bit more. It's not too bad. Just see how it looks when it's in. It's not too bad, and then, I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll do. And then I just use my corner rounder for the top, just like that. And you have a little journaling card in there, like that. So now we can get on with decorating them. Now, to find what I want to decorate with, here we go. Now for the yellow one, I found these flowers. And I've got this little Stampin' Flower. I do have blue flowers too, because that'd be a nice contrast. See, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Let's see if I've got a smaller one of those. Got this, oh yeah, the smaller ones. Jar of blue flowers. I think they're Prima flowers that I found in the second-hand shop. Do it layered, something like that. Don't think this will go on there very well. Well, it's not too bad. Don't really like the layering either. My other idea was to do like this one. Let me just see what that's like on there. The other idea was to do that one with something like that on top, which I almost do like better. And then I could layer them up like that, sort of. Might stick with them. The blue does look good with it, but I think I prefer the yellow. So just pack them up. Okay, get the lid on. Doesn't want to go on properly. And then I've got this stamp, punch, and another little flower that I thought might go nicely on there. So take that out for the moment. We'll fix this up. Top of glue on the bottom of that. Then I've got to figure, do I want just that one? That is pretty. That one's very bright. If I could put them together and put them on, you get the best of both worlds. Right, maybe I'll just stick to that one there. A big glue blob. Just bend the petals up a bit. So that's the flower. Now, no matter, I might stick the flower onto the stamp with my other bit of glue blob. Oops, it wants to wobble everywhere. And I just want to figure out exactly where I want this. Don't mind it to the side there. It looks a bit funny if it's too straight. Maybe something like that would be alright. Oh, the other thing I have, which I completely forgot with my flower, was eyelash trim. I've got some white stuff in here. I don't know if I'll use it or not though, so I'll chop a bit off and have a look. Just a tiny bit. It's messy stuff, this. You cut it and all the fibres come off everywhere. Rather dislike it. That's actually quite pretty. Maybe we'll just put a tiny bit behind it like that. Make sure there's no loose fibres. Right, that'd be alright, I reckon. Now to figure out how to stick the stuff. Wish I'd brought my tissues. I always forget something. One would think there'd be something around here. This will do, a bit of this paper. And just wipe that off. Alright, so I might just put a bit of glue on here and stick my eyelash trim to it a bit. Let's make sure some of these might need a little bit more than that. The fibres fall off everywhere. I have a love-hate relationship with this stuff. I cannot for the life of me tie this stuff in a knot when I'm putting it on a tag. Get some hanging out that side. Stick it in there like that. That's a bit better. Gives me a little bit more. Now to stick it onto the journaling card. Put a fair bit of glue on. And now we've got glue coming out. And I lost my piece of paper that I got before to wipe the glue with. Doing well. Just rub this glue off before it dries too much. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not sticking anywhere it shouldn't be. Oh. Shove that in properly. I reckon that'll do. I think that's quite nice in springtime. Simple, but yeah, really pretty. And it's a good way of putting the lace on, covering up the whiteness of it. So I'll do something similar with this one. See what we've got. Shut that for a minute. Now I do have, oh, I know what I forgot. Some bling in the middle of the flowers, possibly. Now I have bought out my, these are pretty big, they're gemstones. And I do have my liquid pearl drops. Could use blue or something in the middle, but I think that'd be a bit much. I do like using that colour most of the time. I'll just grab a pearl gemstone out and we'll just see how it looks in the middle of the one down here. I don't use the sticky stuff that's on them anyway. I put my own glue on them so it's not going to stick. I get it off of the glue if I can. Fumble fingers as usual. That's coming. There we go. So I need to get my little picker-upper for doing this. Oh yeah, I like that. It's quite big, but it's nice. Looks too big for that one, so I think we will put it in the middle of this one. I've got eyelash trim sticking to me everywhere now. Might try using this one. Give it a good blob. Stick it to my finger. I reckon that'll do. I quite like that. I was going to put liquid pearls in there, but I don't think it really needs it. Like that, just like that. So that is now finished. And now this one, I have these pink Prima flowers that I got from the op shop as well, and these ones I had taken out and used some of the liquid pearls on, which I'll show you. Dab in the middle is the pink liquid pearls. These were pretty battered, these flowers, but they've still turned out alright, so I haven't bothered layering them or anything. I just like using them singularly like this. They're not so buffy then and bulky. Try and find the good ones because I didn't do them all very well. Let's see what colours we want. Everything's sticking to me everywhere. Got that one. Pity I don't have a bigger one. Hang on. Let's see what I've got in mine. Oh, I've got one of these containers that everyone's been grabbing. I've actually got two of them. I've got one of the coloured ones that has my fussy cuts, and then this one has my die cuts. So handy. I do have some flowers. I don't think we're going to find what we want in there. I think I do have bigger pink ones, but of course they're in my craft room, so I'm not going to get up and go and get one from there. Now it doesn't matter because that still looks alright anyway, and especially if I put some eyelash trim or something underneath. We have these ones, but they're like way big. Eesh. Yes, I don't like my chances of finding what I want in here. Don't think it will go into something like that. No. Alright. Then we've got like white ones. That's not going to work either, so I think we'll leave it as is. Try and find some of the dark pink ones that look alright. That one looks alright. Then we've got like medium pink as well. They all have like different, because some of them I've put like a silver middle. I don't know if you can see. Try and get it so it focuses. Like my hand might help. There. Some are silver and some are pink on the insides. So it's just finding the ones that are going to look right and aren't too squished up. We can make do with some of these. Aren't they pretty though? Alright, I do like this pale one, but it might be a bit pale. Could have a couple of them down there as well, like a cluster. Let's have a look. Don't mind that. Something like that might be alright. Oh, just single. I kind of like the cluster of them. Maybe just the two. Don't mind me, I take time to make decisions. I do think I like just the two there. Alright, so now I do have more of this silly stuff. It looks like I've got some pink here, which will be nice on this one. So let's have a look. Try and cut some of it off. It is quite nice like that, isn't it? It's just problematic to use. I reckon I might try sticking it down first and then sticking the flowers over the top. This could be a disaster, we'll soon find out. Just put a good blob of glue there. Try and hang on to this. Now you can make sure that you've got bits out everywhere where you want them. And then we're going to do like this one a bit under that one. So I'll stick this one down first. Now a fair bit of glue again to get through the eyelash trim. Just hold it for a minute so it sticks. So I think these look springy. I think that's that one. Oops. Geez, I'm clumsy. So turn that a bit because we want it to hide the little base bit of the eyelash trim. So yeah, if you're using your liquid pearls, I find it good to put a whole lot of flowers out, put the liquid pearls on and then just let it dry overnight. I mean, it probably dries in an hour or so, but there's nothing worse than putting it on and then like squishing it and that. So I just I did a whole heap at once and just let them dry overnight. And so I've got a whole heap ready to go when I want them. That's turned out quite nice actually. Don't think we'll worry about any eyelash trim up here. Now, let me just have a look. I don't know if I want the same colour flower. I want one with a pink middle because I'm fussy. I think this one is yeah, it's not really in the middle though. I found with the liquid pearls that some of them were a bit more runnier than others. So some of them sat a lot flatter. That one's got a pink middle. Now I missed that dark one. Maybe we'll go. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, we could do all three, but I think it's a bit of overkill. So I'll just do the two like that. And I don't think I'll bother with any trims unless I did I bring my, yes I did, my little lace offcuts and ribbon offcuts. I like these things that you get from the Coles and stuff, and then got the two sides. So I've got one that's got little bits of paper for collaging, and it's got like coloured, and then I've got plain, and then yeah, I've got lace and ribbon in that one. And then I've got like baskets for the bigger sizes and then baskets for the real big sizes. I have baskets everywhere. Bit of a basket case really. Alright, so I'm thinking lace, and I spy a little bit of pink stuff in here I might have a look at. It'd be good to use that up, wouldn't it? Let's see what we can do with that. So I like the flowers the way I have them there. Don't know. Definitely don't need the big thick bit on it, so I'll just chop that down a bit. Not sure if I am liking this or not. Don't mind it like that, cut right down. Just having another little check what else we've got in here, but I don't think anything's jumping out at me. We've got bits of ribbon as well. I was going to put something along there. No, don't like that. Alright, we'll stick to the first idea. So what I might do, here's a bit of glue stick as usual. See if I've got my smaller glue stick. I'll take this out. Just put a little bit there to hold this down while we stick the flowers on. Now we wanted that one under and that one layered over the top a bit. So I want that about there. Grab my little envelope, clean up some of my mess, slip it in, admire handiwork. Oh, I love the corner around it, didn't do a very good job on that one, did it? I'll try and fix it, but it'll probably ruin it even more. Sometimes it doesn't want to work properly. Yeah, look at that. I think I should quit while I'm ahead. Sometimes I don't get it in right. That's a little bit better. I'll just trim it up. There. Now hopefully this still fits in all right. Yep. All right, so I'll make this out of the way. Clean it up a bit. I think they are actually really good for me. I'm learning. I actually used some eyelash trim effectively. So there's the pink one all finished. And the yellow one all finished. So now I'll make a whole lot more because they're heaps of fun. So hope you're having a great day everyone. See you later.